Hey, sweetie, I just wanted to ask if you remembered that it was your parents' anniversary today. I didn't know if you wanted to do something for them, maybe a meal somewhere nice.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'd completely forgotten that it was that time of year. Yeah, a meal somewhere nice sounds good. Could you set it up with my mom? I'm a bit busy at the moment, so I don't have time to message her and sort out all the details. Oh,
Really? Don't you have, 5 minutes to talk to her?
come on, Nancy, don't start again, please. I'm very busy and I don't have the time to talk to my mom for over half an hour. You need to get over this idea that she's trying to bully you or whatever. My mom's a lovely woman and she can never do anything like that. She's probably just a bit shy, so she comes across like she's being condescending or rude or something when in reality she just doesn't know how to speak to you, okay? So just suck it up and talk to her. You'll see that you're just being ridiculous.
I really don't think that she's being shy, Victor. Your mom simply doesn't like me. That's all there is to it. I have tried everything that I can to get on her good side. I've been polite, helpful, and cheerful. I've never been rude to her or tried to undermine her, unlike her, and yet no matter what I do, Mary simply doesn't like me. There's literally nothing else that I can do. Every time I talk to her, she'll be completely horrible to me if no one is around. I honestly just think that you should talk to her and then everything will go smoothly.
Look, I'm not gonna entertain this ridiculous idea that my mom hates you. I've got stuff to do, so you need to make the call. I'm not gonna say it again. Now, I need to get back to work. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
See ya. Hi, Mary. I just wanted to say happy anniversary. I know you and John have been together for quite a while now, and it's lovely to see that you're still going strong all these years later. I hope me and Victor can be just as strong as you two.
Oh, it's you. Yes, well, thank you. Although, I don't see what's so remarkable about it. If you young adults actually bothered to talk to one another and work to solve problems, there would be far less divorces in the world. I'm guessing you're one of these women who think that if they don't get their way, that it's okay to get a divorce?
Ah, I believe that if it is needed, then a divorce can sometimes be the best option for couples. Although it's always a last resort, as no one wants to separate from their partner if it can be helped.
Uh-huh. Although, in all honesty, my Victor would be much better off divorced from you. After all, you're not really a good wife, are you?
Yes, well, good job that we both love each other very much then, isn't it? Anyway, I just messaged to ask if you would like me to set something up for tonight, for you and John. I asked Victor earlier and he thought a nice meal somewhere might be a good way to spend the evening, if you'd like to. I just wanted to know if there was somewhere in particular that you'd like to go, so that I can book an appropriate table.
Oh, joy. So I get to spend my anniversary evening with you? I honestly couldn't think of anything worse, to be honest. I mean, why not just lock me in a box full of spiders? That would be much more preferable than having to spend an evening with you and listening to you droll on and on about boring things.
Look, Mary, there's no need to be horrible. I wouldn't be the only one there. Your husband and Victor would be there too. Also, if you wanted to, you could invite other people. Honestly, we could actually just avoid each other all night if that's what you wanted to do. There's actually no reason for us to interact at all, apart from maybe saying hello and goodbye. I just think Victor would like to spend the evening celebrating his mom and dad's marriage with you. Okay?
Fine, but I'm doing it for my son and my husband. Don't think I actually want to spend any time with you.
Fine. So, how many people do I need to book this table for, and where am I booking it?
Book it for the Watermill Inn for 7 p.m. tonight and book it for 8. I'm going to invite my sister and her partner, and John might want to invite his brother and his wife.
Okay then, I'll get that all booked up.
Oh, and you will be paying for it all, won't you?
Pardon?
You heard me. You're going to pay for this meal, right?
Well, I mean, I'm sure me and Victor can cover you and John as well as our own meals. I'm pretty sure that Victor would be more than happy to do that as a present to you too. But there's no way that we could afford 4 more meals on top of that. It would simply be too expensive.
Well, that's not any good. If you're taking us out for a meal, then you need to pay for it. I never asked you to do this. You thought of this all yourself, so you need to fund it. You can't just pay for yourself and mine and John's meals and leave out the others. That would be incredibly rude. I mean, do you want it to look like I'm snubbing them?
No, of course not. I don't want your sister and brother-in-law to think that you're purposely being rude to them. But the fact is that Victor and I simply couldn't afford to pay for 8 people's meals. I mean, if each person's meal equals roughly $40, then that would be $300 on one meal. That's simply far too much money for us to be able to afford.
It's really not so bad. You're just being cheap.
I'm really not, Mary. But in case you've forgotten, I'm currently between jobs, so Victor and I don't have a lot of money at the moment.
Oh, yes. I had forgotten that you decided to quit your job just so that you could leech off of my son. How's that going for you? Are you happy that you're being nothing but a drain on my son's life and resources?
I didn't just quit my job, Mary. It's simply finished. It wasn't my fault that it went out of business, and that because of that I lost my job. It's not like I've been sitting about and twiddling my thumbs. I've actually started a new college course which will help me progress my skills and allow me to apply for higher paying jobs. It's also in a career that I find incredibly interesting. So I am actually going to enjoy my job for a change.
I honestly can't say that I care at all. I mean, you can try and spin it how you want, but the fact of the matter is that you are nothing but a poor loser who got fired because she was no good at her job. As well as that, you sound like a child when you say that you want to do a job that you'll actually enjoy. No one enjoys their job. It's simply work, a way to earn money. To actually try and get a job that you enjoy is something a child would say. Although I can't exactly say that I'm surprised by what you're saying. You're not exactly the brightest person I've ever met.
Look, Mary, I've tried to be kind and polite and civil to you, but you clearly don't want to be the same way with me. So I'm going to tell you this now, and I'm going to be honest. I don't like the way that you talk to me. You treat me as if I'm stupid, and you are so horrible to me when I have done absolutely nothing to you. I am sick and tired of trying to be nice to you when you so clearly don't want to reciprocate the gesture. So from now on, I'm just not going to bother. If you want to be a horrible and unnecessarily vitriolic woman, then fine. But I'm not going to let you bring me down to your level. I'll be polite and civil with you tonight, for Victor's sake. But after that, I'm not going to bother with you at all. And that includes if and when me and Victor have children.
What do you mean? Are you going to keep my grandchildren from me?
No, of course not. I'm not going to go out of my way to bring them to you. If you want to see them, then either Victor will have to take them to see you, or you'll have to come to my house, where you'll have to respect my rules.
But that's not fair.
It is more than fair.
However, I'm not going to get into this with you right now. Instead, I'm going to book the restaurant and hope that this evening will be over and done with quickly.
Just you wait. My son is going to hear about how you've treated me today, and then you'll be sorry. He won't let you get away with talking to me like that. I am his mother, and if you have any children, their grandmother. I have every right to see them whenever I want, and I'm allowed to teach them whatever I want to, as I am the oldest and therefore wisest person they will know.
Well, you're definitely old, that's for sure. I wouldn't say that you were wise, though.
Why, how dare you?
Look, Mary, I'm not going over this with you again. Tonight will be the last night we ever have to deal with one another again. Unless it's for something really important. I don't want to have to deal with you at all in my day-to-day life.
Well, that makes two of us at least. But if you think that I'm not going to say anything to Victor, you're completely wrong. He's going to know exactly what kind of a horrible woman you are. God, I told him not to marry you. I said that he was too good for you, and he still did it anyway. Guess he thought he was doing you a favor and was being charitable or something. I mean, no one would ever want to be with you otherwise, unless they did it out of pity.
If you were so against him marrying me, why did he go through with it then? Is it because he actually loves me despite what you say?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. He married you for your money.
Huh?
Yeah, he said that you earned a decent wage at the time and that he was going to marry you so that you could pay for the rent and the bills and stuff whilst he spent his money how he wanted to. But now that you're out of work, he's the one who's been stuck working a job he hates just so he doesn't wind up on the streets. Honestly, you need to take better care of your husband, Nancy. My son deserves much more than what you're currently offering him.
Well, I think I'll be having a little word with Victor about all of this. For now, I'm going to go. I will see you later tonight, Mary, and that will hopefully be the last time for a while that I will see you.
Likewise.
Nancy, we clearly need to talk. The way you've acted tonight is simply not okay. You can't just storm out of a restaurant like that. You made me look like a complete idiot.
I'm the one who's acted horribly? Were you at the same table I was? Your mom was the epitome of vile. She was laying into me and bullying me so much that I actually almost cried.
Oh, you're overreacting. Just because she might have said a few things that you didn't like the sound of, doesn't mean that she was being horrible. You can't just handle being told the truth, that's all.
The truth? You think it's true then? That I'm a horrible wife who could never do anything right and who would be better off gone?
Well,
Nice. Thanks for that, Victor. I'm only your wife.
Then, well, I'm tired of sugarcoating it for you.
Sugarcoating what?
Well, I'm tired of you. You're not a good wife, and I'm sick of funding everything for you. I mean, honestly, you've been out of work for ages now, and I'm tired of having to pay for everything. I have no money to buy things for myself anymore.
Well, that's just kind of what being in a relationship entails. We'll have to be there for one another and look after each other when we need to. I mean, I looked after you when you were out of work. I paid for everything you wanted, along with the bills and the rent on the house. I think you can help out a little bit at the minute.
Well, I don't care what you think. I don't want to be spending all my money on boring things, so I'm not going to.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to bother spending any more money on you and whatever you want. I'm just going to go and have fun doing what I want.
But you can't do that. We have bills to pay and stuff.
Nope, you have bills to pay. I have some brand new shoes to go and buy.
Why are you being so obstinate? I thought we were in this together.
Well, you thought wrong. My mom's hoping you'll become the perfect wife, but you're far from it. It was hilarious to hear it go off on you.
Right. I've had enough. Leave my house immediately.
Huh?
You want to go off and tell me that I'm not a good wife? Well then fine. I'm done being your wife then.
Done being my wife?
Yep. I was waiting to see how you would treat me. What with how your mom was acting towards me as well. I wanted to see if you would back me up and stop your mom from being such a bully, but instead, you decided to be vile to me as well. Not to mention that I also know all about your girlfriend.
My... What? What are you on about?
Oh, you know, Clara? The woman you've been cheating on me with? That's who I'm on about.
How did you...
Your mom told me. During one of her rants where she was belittling me again, she let slip that you've been seeing someone else behind my back, saying that she can't wait for this other woman to become her daughter-in-law instead of me. So, I decided to look into it, and she was telling the truth. I've just been waiting to see if you would actually man up and tell me yourself. I guess I was hoping too much from you there.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't want to be with you anymore anyway.
Uh-huh. Whatever. However, because I am the one whose name is on the house lease, I'm the one who gets to decide who lives in it and who doesn't. And I really don't want you living with me anymore. You can go and stay with your new girlfriend. But the house is mine. I'll also send the divorce papers over to you within the next couple of days, so make sure you sign them quickly.
Hang on.
Also, you can tell your mom that I am so glad that I will never have to deal with her again. I'm finally free of her criticism, and I seriously couldn't be happier.
But...
What?
You're not supposed to be happy. Plus, you can't just kick me out of the house. I have nowhere else to go. I can't move in with Clara.
Well, that's your problem now, isn't it? I'm sure your mom would love it if you moved back in with her, so why don't you do that?
I don't want to live with my mom.
Well, looks like you're out of options then. Oh well. Good luck, Victor. But I'm going to go and live my life free of you and your bullying and toxic mother. And I seriously can't wait for it. Bye! After telling Victor off and exposing him for the horrible man that he is, I went ahead and gave him the divorce papers. He tried to argue that the house should be his, along with half of my monthly income. However, the judge ruled in my favor. He said that because Victor was the one who cheated, he should be the one to pay compensation to me for emotional damages. I mean, I wasn't too broken up about it, but I am happy for the extra little bit of money. Since then, Victor and Clara broke up, and he has had to stay with his parents whilst he tries to save up for a house. Can't say I envy him there. As for me, I found a job which is perfect for me. After graduating college, I was able to get a graduate job at an archaeologist firm, and since then, I've worked my way up the ranks a little bit so that I'm earning a decent amount of money. Whilst I might have lost my marriage, it wasn't really one worth mourning considering how he treated me. So I'm more than happy to go out into the world and find someone who is going to treat me right and like how I deserve.
You got my wedding invitation, right? Please reply that you're not coming. I don't want you at my wedding. What are you talking about? You sent me an invitation. I sent it because I had to. I announced my marriage at the reunion the other day. I told everyone that I would invite all my classmates. That's why I had no choice but to send you an invitation. But if everyone's going, I'll be the only one not there. We don't need an ugly bitch like you there. You're going to make it worse anyways. You shouldn't come to my wedding just like you didn't attend the graduation. What? I never thought you would go home that day. If you're there, it's going to ruin the whole atmosphere. That's why I whispered to you that you should go home. I never thought you would just go home. I still remember that day. I was so sad because I didn't know why you would say such things. My friends told me I shouldn't worry, but I cried home. You look better now, but you're still ugly even with makeup on. And you work at a convenience store. That's a perfect job for an ugly bitch like you. What? I overheard the conversation. You're working at a convenience store. Think about your age. You're not worthy enough to come to my wedding. I won the beauty contest and I was the prettiest girl in school. I haven't changed, but so haven't you. You still look down at people. I'm not doing it because I want to. You're just living a lower life than me. Anyways, don't come to my wedding. I'll tell everyone you have to work. Owner, is it true that you're going to miss my daughter's wedding? I saw you had the day off. I already had some plans in advance. That's why I can't go. Oh, really? Is there any way you can change your plans? I wish you will attend the wedding. What? My daughter Emma said that she would invite all her classmates. I'm sure she will be happy if all her classmates are there. Is there any way you can change your plans? You might think I take care of my daughter too much, but I hope she has an amazing wedding that she won't forget. I can tell you were very kind since you care about your daughter. It'll be fine. Even though we were classmates, we weren't too close. I don't think she would care if I'm not there. Don't say that, Olivia. Even my husband. He wants to say hello to you because you take good care of me. So I want you to at the wedding. I never thought you would beg me. You always help me when I have to change my shift. It's hard to say no to you. Exactly. I'm doing my best so you can do me a favor. If you can't stay, just come by and say hello. I want everyone to see how beautiful my daughter is going to look on her wedding day. Well then, is it really okay to just swing by for a little bit? I'll say hello to both you and your husband, and then I will leave. That's totally fine. I'm so happy. It's weird being able to see you at my daughter's wedding. Anyways, I'll wait for you on the wedding day as the bride's mother. Why are you here, you ugly bitch? I didn't invite you. Get the hell out of here. I was about to leave anyway. How can you be so mean? You talked me and pushed me to the pool. What does it mean? It was self-defense. How is that self-defense? You came to destroy my wedding, so I took care of it beforehand. If I see a terrorist, I'm going to stop their plans immediately. It's normal. Are you calling me a terrorist? And why would I destroy your wedding? I wouldn't come here for that. Stop talking shit, you terrorist! I told you not to come to my wedding beforehand, but you ended up coming to my wedding. I'm sure you came to destroy it. I bet you were sad that I made fun of you working at a convenience store. That's why you came to destroy my wedding. It's something an ugly bitch like you would do. Why would I do that? I just came here to celebrate. I know that you hate me, so I was going to just swing by and leave. An ugly bitch like you was going to celebrate me? I don't want someone like you to celebrate me. How dare you do something like that? You're annoying. How can you say that? You're being a little harsh. I know that you hated me. But how can you disrespect people like that? Huh? Are you going to lecture me as a convenience store staff? I'm going to marry an elite man. I'm going to live in a very expensive condo as a housewife. How the fuck can you lecture me? You really look down on me. I guess there's nothing I can do. I'm glad you finally understand. Anyways, get the hell out of here. I don't care if you're still soaking wet. My wedding is going to start soon, so I want you out by then. I will go home. But before that, can I borrow a towel? I don't think I can even get a cab like this. Oh my god! You're trying to steal my towel as well! What are you talking about? Oh, I finally understand! You came to my wedding to have a nice meal. I bet you always eat disgusting convenience store food, so you wanted to eat something a little bit better. What the fuck? But I'm sorry. There is no food here that you can eat. So please, can you leave? That's enough. I can't believe you're calling me a beggar. What's up with that attitude? I told you not to come, but you're the one that appeared. Don't you swing by. There is no seat or food for you. I understand. I'm leaving. Get the hell out of here right now! I told you not to come in the first place. How dare you bother me? You should just eat shitty food. Then Mom will leave too. What? I love my part-time job and I love the convenience store food. I'm so sorry for being such an embarrassing mom. Mom? People have different values, so I don't care if you disrespect people or look people down. I won't say anything to you. But how can you push someone into the pool? I can't forgive that. Wait a minute! Are you my mom? Why are you texting through Olivia's phone? I couldn't stand it, so I took over Olivia's phone. I never thought my daughter was saying such horrible things to other people. I am so embarrassed. What the fuck? I saw it with my own two eyes. I saw you push the owner into the pool. I have no idea what was going on in the beginning. Wait a minute, Mom! Why are you calling Olivia the owner? Why are you running up to Olivia? Why do you call her like that? Because she's the owner of the convenience store I work part-time. Even though she might be my daughter's classmate, that doesn't matter at work. So I usually call her the owner. The part-time job? Mom, do you work at a convenience store? And what do you mean by Olivia being the owner? Exactly. I told you a while back that I started working. All the kids have grown up and I was bored being a housewife. So I asked your dad and he said I could work about 4 days a week. I know about that, but I didn't know you worked at a convenience store. I thought you worked at the supermarket or bakery. I never thought my own mother worked at a convenience store. I thought of working at supermarket and bakery in the beginning. But your father told me it would suck working at a place with a lot of people my age. So he said it might be better to work at a place with younger people. So that's why you started working at a convenience store? Yes, the convenience store nearby. I was just looking for a part-time job, but I never saw the owner would be your classmate. And she also owns a couple of franchises. The head praises her a lot as well. What are you talking about? Rumor says she's making roughly about $10 million per year, but she doesn't brag about her and becomes arrogant but tries very hard to make a comfortable workspace. That's why I'm able to work while enjoying it. What the actual fuck? There were a lot of high school and college students there. And some people are aspiring me to be actors and comedians. It's amazing being able to interact with people I wouldn't be able to. And on breaks, they show me how to use the different apps on the smartphone. Wow, it seems like you're having a great time there. Everyone of all ages. And little kids practice their first shopping at the store as well. It's very fun and rewarding. But you're looking down at us. Some customers look down on part-timers. But I never thought that would be my own daughter. Well... Anyways, I'm going home. I knew I was going to cry on my daughter's wedding day, so I brought a handkerchief and bath towel. I never thought it would come in handy now. Now Olivia will be able to take a cab. You're going home? Are you serious? Of course I am. Because that's what you told Olivia, right? You told her that people who work at convenience stores should go home. I was just joking. I never thought you would go home as well. Don't joke around with me. I can't have a wedding without my parents. Yes, I've never seen a wedding like that as well. Maybe you should cancel the wedding. What are you talking about? You should talk with Jack. No, I can't cancel. Everyone's here to celebrate. What are you talking about, Jack? Actually, Jack's here with me right now. Jack's there too? When I went over to help Olivia, Jack came over to her and he saw what you did. And Jack also said, "Owner, are you okay?" I was so surprised as well. What do you mean? Why is Jack calling Olivia the owner? Anyways, I'm going home with Olivia now. I don't care what you do with the wedding. Don't tell me this is happening. Jack's? I can't believe Jack works at your convenience store. It's a joke, right? You're not Jack's boss, right? Jack works in a different branch from Lily. We're similar in age and he's very easy to talk to, and he does an amazing job. But I never thought he was your groom. No way! So what Jack is saying is true? You were going to marry him, but he didn't know his job? Why would I know? I believe him. He graduated a prestigious college and works in an amazing, huge company. And he's the most successful in that company. That's why I decided to marry him. But he just works part-time at a convenience store? I was never informed that he has been laid off. Calm down. Didn't he tell you anything else? The layoff was for a very stupid reason. And he's still talking it over with the company. So he said he wants to resolve that problem and go back to his old company. That's what he told me when I interviewed him. So what? Whatever the reason is, he was laid off. And he was going to marry me, hiding the fact that he worked at a convenience store. That's true, but why would I marry a man like that? I'm not going to marry him. We're going to call off the wedding and engagement. You're going to cancel the wedding? Of course I will. I can't be convenience store staff. And Mom went home. I don't want to have a wedding where I can't brag about my friends. So we're going to cancel the wedding. I don't think you have to marry someone to brag about it. Shut up! Stop looking down at me because you make a little money. Don't boss me around because you are my mom's boss. I'm not doing any of that. I guess there's nothing I can say to you right now. Just cancel the wedding or do whatever you want. And please break off the engagement with Jack. What's with your attitude? It sucks since you invited your whole classmate to the wedding. I'm sure everyone was excited. But now it's canceled. And your mother went home. How are you going to tell everyone that you're canceling the wedding? You're enjoying the situation, aren't you? I bet you think I deserve it. You have to keep this a secret from everybody. I can't let people know that the groom was a convenience store staff. Don't tell anyone from the class. What should I do? We weren't close anyways. What? Anyways, good luck with calling off the engagement. Goodbye. Excuse me. Emma told everyone that the wedding is cancelled because her mom passed out. She tried to go with that reason. After the engagement was called, after I came to work, he said it was his fault since he was hiding it from her. He seemed quite upset. But after that a few days, he got a call back that he was going to start working at his former company. He was laid off because of an annoying boss who didn't want him coming out his position. So that was resolved and he went back. And he prepared an amazing position for him as an apology as well. That's what they told him. After hearing about that, Emma went to go talk to Jack, but he kicked her out. The classmates also started to figure out the reason why their engagement was called off. Emma is apologizing to her mother, but her mother is ignoring her at all costs.